Potatoes au gratin, not potatoes au rotten, is an amazing, creamy, delicious potato side dish that's absolutely amazing to serve up on the holidays or a special occasion. It's incredibly easy to make. You are gonna love it. So I gotta start by saying, when you look up potatoes au gratin on the internet, you get something that is not an au gratin. Potatoes au gratin traditionally have breadcrumbs or cheese or both. It's then browned to form this beautiful crust over the top. You can au gratin just about anything. However, what I'm seeing on the internet is some scalloped layered potatoes that have herbs in between and all cheese. Similar to a dauphinoise, and while they're even calling it a dauphinoise, it still needs eggs and it's wrong. This is the recipe you need, and let me just say, this thing is loaded with fat, loaded with flavor. You can't eat this every day, my friends. But for those special occasions or holidays, you want to bust this out to impress everybody. To start off this recipe, what I'm gonna do is grate up some Gruyere cheese. If you're sledding in some tough times and balling on a budget, try using some Swiss cheese or maybe even some mozzarella cheese. I'm gonna run a few garlic cloves through a garlic press because you know I'm super lazy and I'm sick of chopping garlic in this life. And now I've got some russet potatoes. You can use some baking potatoes, which are a little bit bigger, or even Yukon Golds. Just get something that's nice and starchy. Start off by just peeling all of these potatoes up. Then using a mandolin slicer, or if you've got some bomb knife skills because you've been following my videos, you can absolutely use a knife, but mandolin is just quicker. We want to get it in between 1/4 of an inch and 1/8 of an inch thick. When using a mandolin, you have to be careful, and I always say, once you start getting scared or a little bit nervous, you stop. Do not go that extra mile. You're gonna lose some fingertips, my friends. You're gonna be cursing my name. Once it is to this consistency, I like to put it together in a very large bowl. Once all the potatoes are in there, we're gonna add in some heavy whipping cream, and let me stop after I add the cream to say this. The other alternative to cream would be using milk and roux together. Get it hot, get it thick. You can add that in there if cream's a little too fattening for you, and I'm sorry, but cream is the best way to go here. Now what you're gonna do is add in the Gruyere cheese that we shredded up. Hit it with the finely minced garlic. Now we're gonna season it up with a little bit of sea salt, white pepper, finely ground. This is gonna help keep this dish nice and white. We're gonna hit it with just a hair of nutmeg. Gonna add some really good flavor here. Grab a spoon, use your hands, whatever you got, mix this together until it's completely combined. And since there's no raw ingredients in there, what I suggest doing is, while mixing it, add a spoon, add a finger, whatever it is, try it out. Make sure it tastes good. Like I always say, season once, taste twice. Taste it, season it, taste it again. Comies, this one's for you. You know how to season food. If it needs a little bit more salt, pepper, or nutmeg, add it in, taste it again. You want this to be full of flavor so you're good to go. Now what we're gonna do once it is completely combined is transfer it to a deep 13 by 9 inch casserole dish. Add everything in there. Make sure it's kind of nice and flat and even. There's probably some cream left over, which I like to simply pour all over the top of the potatoes. And at this point, cover it up in foil. We're going in the oven on 400 degrees. Gonna take in between 60 and 70 minutes. Go hang out because we're not finished yet. The potatoes are just about finished. It smells seriously incredible in here. I always tell you, homemade food from scratch not only tastes better, it smells better too. Your house, dude, whoever comes in here is in for a serious treat. Take the pan out of the oven, take off the foil. The potatoes aren't completely cooked at this point, and that's perfect. Because what I'm gonna do now is evenly sprinkle on some breadcrumbs. Whether they're homemade or panko, this part's up to you, my friends. Evenly cover the potatoes completely. For a little bit more flavor, I've got some grated Parmesan cheese that I'm gonna sprinkle on top of the breadcrumbs as well. And to ensure they get a nice crisp brown, again, in French, you want that perfect crust over the top. We're gonna do that same thing here. So the trick here is to drizzle on some melted unsalted butter. You don't have to cover every square inch or anything, but it will spread once it's in the oven, and make sure that topping is perfect golden brown. So pop it in there and bake it at 400 for another 20 to 25 minutes. When the potatoes are finished, they are smoking hot. You can kind of see the cream bubbling around the outside. This is perfect. You also want to make sure the potatoes are done, but let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes. Let all those things kind of come back together so it's not loose and falling all over the place. It's an incredibly easy, delicious potato recipe to serve up. Again, special occasions and holidays, your friends and family are gonna love you. If you love potatoes, then you have to check out my other recipe for creamy roasted garlic mashed potatoes, and I will see you on that video.